Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well. So this morning I wanted to pop on and talk about why creating the right lead magnet can actually help you build much deeper connection and trust with your audience in a much faster way. And why lead magnets in the long run, if you create the right lead magnet, not just any lead magnet, but if you create the right lead magnet, it can save you time, energy, money, and other resources in your business. So let's clarify what a lead magnet is. So a lead magnet is some sort of freebie, usually a freebie where people pass over their email to you to get that freebie, to get that resource, right? And with the right lead magnet, if you design the right lead magnet and you do it a certain way, what you're doing is you're taking that opportunity when that person signs up for your lead magnet to what we call nurture them. You've got the opportunity there, they've signed up for something, you've captured them, and that's why we call it a lead magnet. It's because it's like a magnet that is attracting people and leads onto your mailing list. Now, in the UK, for example, we have GDPR rules, and there's things that you can and can't do, and there is certain rules that to do to make sure that you're in the GDPR rules. But today I'm going to just talk about why lead magnets are, I believe, very important in most businesses today, particularly online businesses, and why a lead magnet can make a huge difference in your business. So when we are trying to build a business, right, it can take a lot of time, a lot of energy, and even money, right? And it's so important that when we're creating a business that we think about our time and our energy and money in a more smart way. Particularly if you are a more spiritual business, service-based business, where you being of service and you tend to give, right? One of the biggest differences with a spiritual business than most other businesses is that you're driven by a more spiritual perspective. You're driven by being guided by God, that you're being of service, but not just being of service, because there's many businesses that wouldn't say they're spiritual, but they're being of service. But there's different levels. There's a whole different aspect of ethics and values and being really guided to what you're doing. But no matter how much you're guided to do, when you're growing a business, there is certain things that can take time. And one of the biggest things that most spiritual business owners, even people that are spiritual teachers that are, some people make classes, I don't want to use the word celebrity, but they're well known. They're maybe Hay House spiritual teachers or whatever. All of them have behind the scenes a marketing campaign, right? So they have other people that does their marketing for this. Now, most of us can't afford that marketing campaign. But what we can afford is to create a lead magnet that when our audience start looking at maybe our social media or our websites or something else, they've got something that they can sign up for to try. It's almost like try before they buy. Why should people try before they buy? Well, one of the most obvious is because people have so much more choice today, right? And there is so many choices out there that can actually be very overwhelming and confusing. Also, too, no matter if we like it or not, there is a lot of overhyped, oversales jargon used. And especially in the spiritual sector where people are using jargon which can imply a lot, and it can imply almost that the person's going to have miracles right away or whatever, but it maybe not see this, the full picture. And people are becoming much more discerning and cautious about what they buy. Also, we all have bought things in the past where they maybe didn't do exactly what they did, said in the packet, or you had to maybe spend more time or have to learn something else before you got the results of what something claimed. So people have lots of concerns when they buy. Just think about the things that you've considered. We talk about alignment and we have to be aligned to someone. I feel aligned to a lot of the people I work with and I meet in the spiritual sector, and I admire so many of them, but it doesn't automatically just mean because I'm aligned with them on a personal level or on a spiritual level that actually that I am their ideal client or that they are my ideal client or soul client, right? So I think this is so important because a lot of people talk about, oh, well, you should just go with attraction. But I can honestly say there is a lot of people that I admire a lot and I'm very attracted to their work, but for a variety of reasons, their products or service may not be the exact match for my needs. And I'm someone that has invested tens of thousands of pounds over the last 30 years and a lot of hours, not just money, but a lot of investment in hours. And there was many cases where I was very disappointed because the product or service it wasn't exactly what I needed or what I wanted or what actually it said in the package. And it was because their marketing wasn't clear enough or the person didn't understand their ideal client or their soul client. So they were marketing it in a way that was maybe wrongly marketed, or they were marketing to their audience. Now, if you create the right type of lead magnet, your audience know exactly who you serve, and they kind of get a real more feel about what exactly they get out of what you're offering and what maybe they want. And what that does, that saves you time, energy, and money, and it saves them time because you value their time. Also, what a lead magnet does, it stops clients having to private message you, email you, what can actually put people off, right? It shows you care and that you are taking your business seriously, you're fully committed, that you're not just in it to make the extra money, that you are fully committed. And we're at a crucial time in society at the moment with everything that's going on spiritual. We're in a situation where things are crumbling around people and in many ways crumbling within people. So they need an anchor, right? They need this anchor of authenticity, integrity, commitment. And when they sign up for a lead magnet that's done effectively, right, and it's aligned in a way that it's not just how a marketing coach taught you how to do this lead magnet, but when you can create a lead magnet in a way that is aligned in a conscious and unconscious way to your audience's hearts and souls, desires and wants, you start building that connection much quicker. It's like almost when you're getting into a relationship, and there's some relationships that seems to take a while to build up that trust for a variety of reasons. So maybe the circumstances at the time and other things happen, or maybe where you're at that stage. And then there's other situations where you click, and often it's because of the right circumstances, the right scenarios that have created that trust. And I'm going to be teaching tonight and next week how to attract soul clients with a lead magnet that hits those deeper points. It's not just any type of lead magnet, because anyone can show you how to create a lead magnet, but it's so important that you are able to create a lead magnet that works, that first of all makes an impact with your audience, that it stands out, right? And it has high perceived value, it has high value and high perceived value. It has to be in a way that shows that it's worth them passing over their email, but it also has to have a process, a system, right? And it's a mixture of signs, it's a mixture of energy, alignment, and some things that you might not think about that help your audience get to know you and your products and service in a quicker way. So one of the things that people think is when they just show up and they talk about what they're doing, that the person can tell if they feel aligned or not with that. But I have to say that that's not the whole picture, because we can say certain things, we can show up in a certain way, but that doesn't always mean that we're getting the full feel for what we need. So because I've been on this field a long, long time, you know, I suppose the more that you've learned, you're maybe going and looking for more advanced stuff. But the reality is, I can watch someone and I kind of might, you know, maybe I like them, I might like their ideology, but I still might think I need more. I need more evidence that this is the right person, and their product or service, how they're offering it, the way they're offering it, and what they're including it is what I need or what I want, or what is it the solution I'm looking for, what's the missing piece, right? So one of the biggest things that sometimes we forget about, that it's not just about the money, it's about the time commitment. So if people are going to invest in you, they want to know that when they're spending their time, that it's worth them spending time on your product or service, that it's going to help them achieve what they want or in the way that they want it. And that's why, again, the right type of lead magnet can help them almost taste that, feel that, sense it. But unless you don't understand yourself, unless you don't understand your audience, you may struggle to know what things about you, what things about your products and services that are really important in that nurturing sequence. And that is some of the things I'm going to be talking about tonight. So tonight at 7 p.m, we're on the 14th of July, 7 p.m. British summertime to 9 p.m. British summertime, and on the 21st, I'm just checking my dates. The 21st at 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I will be running, it's a premium masterclass on how to attract soul clients with an automated lead magnet that saves you time, energy, and money, and helps you grow your business in a more automated way. So basically, you can go to your bed, you can go and do what you need to do, you can do other things in your life, and that's working in the background. I wake up so many times in a week or a day, and there's certain people who've signed up for, and they're on my email list, right? Or they've suddenly bought something in another country at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up and there's a sale, right? And that's a great feeling that your business is working for you. I give a lot in my business, and I do a lot of freebies. So I have to find a way to make money and do other things to get that back. Once you've got it automated and you do things a certain way and you do it right, it's not just about throwing any lead magnet. What markets say, just get that lead magnet up, just stick a freebie. What is the point of doing a lead magnet that's not going to convert for you? You want a lead magnet that's actually going to work for you, and work for you in the long term. I like to help people create lead magnets that work for you for years. So basically, you invest the time to do this, you know, now, and create this lead magnet, and it works for you for years. I've got quite a few lead magnets that are many, many years old. I mean, I'm not sure, trying to think how old. I have some things that were moved onto my new platform that were a lead magnet that I used 10 years ago. And I'm still using these. Some of them, yeah, maybe I've upgraded and tweaked, but that's good time management. And we all have things in our life that sometimes can happen that can impact how much we, particularly if you're trading time for money, if you're a service-based business who relies on one-to-ones for most of your business, if something happens to you and you don't have another way to make income, you have a problem. And that was because of the amount of challenges and disabilities that I had and what different things that happened to me. I had to think more cleverly. So I'm going to be teaching that tonight. There's still some places I would love you to join. I will be putting the link underneath. Okay. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend. Bye for now.